Because I don't own a duality. Hi guys, this is Mark from Team
PROcrastinators.
And I'm just doing a video on my scraps, obviously, since I run this kid. Just gonna get to the deck list real quick here. First, I run 3 Chimera. I don't know why anyone runs him. He's an absolutely terrible card. If you run a scrap, don't run him.
He can get a fence failure! Oh no!
3 Goblin. Most of the meta these days has a lot of OTK, as well as my friend scrapped Karakuri deck. So I like stopping the attacks and getting out the combos I like. 2 Orthros and 2 Beasts. I took out the 3rd Beast for the 2 Orthros, which kind of doesn't make sense, but I replaced them with these because he's a really good recycler and you still need 2 Beasts. So...
Did he actually?
No. So, it's just good to have those tuners. 1 Golem, because he gets really, really dead in the hand, and having 1 in the grave is amazing, so you need to at least have 1. I still have the Grave Keeper engine, mainly because I still find it really consistent, and I still find it that it can block a lot of attacks. Like, you first turn, you set a spy, they attack into it with a 19 beater, they lose 100, and you get another monster to synchro with, so I still find that very consistent.
That's a 19 beater. Yeah.
I run 2 Spirit Reaper, again, defense for the OTKs, and also he gets rid of a lot of cards in hand. 1 duel that I had, I took out 15 cards in a man's hand, so it was really nice.
15, he was canteen.
I did, actually.
Might have been more, but he can only count that high, so don't judge.
Next, I run Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk's a very good card. I don't know why people don't like him. Yes, he can get Effect Veiler, but so can all monsters in the game, so you should run this guy in the scrap deck.
I was kidding about the Effect Veiler thing.
Gorus, because even though I run Royal Decree, which I'll show later, I can still nuke the Decree, and I can still have an open field, so he's a very good card to have, and he stops a lot of OTKs. Next, for spells, 3 Scrapstorm, just as bad as Chimera, don't run them at all. Next, 3 Scrapyard. Having 7 tuners in the deck, you don't want to search any of them. Don't even run it.
This man speaks genius work. In a scrap deck, just don't run any scraps at all. It'll 2
MSTs for spell and trap removal, obviously.
Wow. Great hit.
Scapegoat.
Scapegoats.
Scapegoats, because it's never really a dead draw. You can use it to block opponent's attacks as well as to synchro with. You set it, they attack your monster or goblin. Your goblin doesn't die. You synchro with it next turn, so very good card.
Terrible joke.
Mind Control. Mind Control is still an awesome card. You have a non-tuner, they have a tuner. Synchro with it. Or with Scrap Dragon, you can nuke their monster.
You have a tuner and they have a non-tuner.
Yeah.
Just saying.
As I was saying earlier, you can also use this with Scrap Dragon to nuke their monster that you take control of to nuke their back row, so that's also very nice. These are very obvious. I don't know. Yeah?
I don't know. You just don't.
For traps, I run 3 Decree. 3 Decree because, 1, it stops traps of your opponent, which is always good. Second, because I can nuke it with Scrap Dragon and then use the traps I still own. Like, I still run 5 traps other than Decree, so it's still very consistent.
Because I'm a dick. Yeah.
2 Bottomless, because I am too poor to afford warnings or dualities.
Is that our new catchphrase? We're too poor to afford warnings, so we run Bottomless.
Torrential Tribute, still staple. Call of the Haunted, because I run Golem, and very nice comboing off with it. Second, Gravity Bind. Gravity Bind because, again, I can nuke it with Scrap Dragon.
What do you mean last? The last card of your deck. Seriously, extra deck.
Gravity Bind because it's still a nice card, can block attacks, and you can nuke it with Scrap Dragon, so it's very nice. Now for the extra deck, I run basically these 6 cards in almost all my extra decks. They're basically in almost everyone's extra deck, so I don't see why not. They're staples. Again, for the scrap part of it, I run 2 Scrap Twin Dragon. Mainly because it can bounce 2 cards to the hand, it's very nice.
Joke.
You usually can use 2 in a duel. You usually can use 2 in a duel, so it's very nice to have 2 when you can. 3 Scrap Dragon. Terrible card to run in a scrap deck, you don't need the synchro at all.
I know the generic requirements are terrible! God damn it, I hate my coffee!
Scrap Archfiend. I only run 1 because I usually don't get them out that often. I'll usually choose to go for a Scrap Dragon over a Scrap Archfiend.
Behave bad.
last 3 cards on my extra deck, or one of them, is Dark End Dragon. Mainly because of I run Summoner Monk, and I'll usually sync with them with a 4-star tuner. Kind of, non-genius move there. So, it's good to have them as an out when you can't use the Scrap Dragon. Last 2 are 2 Arcanites, because I run Summoner Monk and the Great Keeper engine.